played very well the other night. Had the backs to the wall quite a bit. There's a lot of the fourth down, so I got to think you're pretty pleased.
You know, we lost the game. And we had every opportunity to win the game.
You guys haven't had a takeaway yet this year. Does that concern you a little bit?
The more our guys learn our system, the faster they're able to play. And, you know, every reps for some of these guys is, you know, it's brand new. So really, turnovers don't just, you know, they happen because defenses are playing super fast, know exactly what they're supposed to do, and they have experience doing it. And, you know, we make an emphasis of it every week, and, you know, it's one of those things, just it happens in bunches, and guys, you know, the faster, the more automatic it becomes, then, you know, the more physical we're going to be on defense, the better we're going to execute. And, you know, the reality is, you know, we played really, really well at times, but the reality is we lost the game. We had every opportunity to win the game.
A few weeks in, how do you guys balance making adjustments game to game with still getting guys comfortable in this new scheme?
You know, we do what we do. We just find different ways. You know, we find maybe different wrinkles to add each week based on what we're going to see. But really, football, it really comes down to, I say it all the time, there's no magic in my call sheet. It's just guys understanding and adhering to the process and working hard through the process, and not just focusing on game day, but focusing on you know, on the Wednesdays, on the Thursdays, on the Fridays, on the lead up to games, how that all affects, and how you know, how championship cultures and winning programs and great defense, like what their approach is. It just doesn't happen automatically. There's no magic in my call sheet. The magic is those players and getting them to be able to play fast.
What's it like having a guy like PJ Green too, that he's been able to in the first couple weeks?
You know, he had I mean, really, he had kind of a coming out party this last week, and we knew what BJ was capable of doing, and hopefully we can get, you know, 8 to a dozen more, you know, snaps out of him and be able to even up his level of play in terms of his pursuit and his effort. He's the type of guy that causes turnovers strictly because he's flying all over the field. We got to get him to do that on every snap, and when he does, he's going to be a special player.
I saw after the game he kind of put his arm around Jaden when Jaden was at the podium. What does BJ bring as a leader as well on this team?
You know, he really brings effort and energy, and you know, when he's playing at that level, he brings energy to the whole team.
How about Tate Rodney? Obviously, it's a guy that didn't play a whole lot last year and then was off for 2 years before that. It seems like he's going to get better and better the more he's out there.
Yeah, I mean, Tate's just kind of a quiet leader. He, you know, he'll get something wrong on the first snap, and the second snap he gets it right, and that's really what this type of person, this type of player that, you know, that we're always looking for, and especially in that linebacker room. You just want consistency, and there's a lot of guys who have the potential to be great, but really consistency is the key to being a great linebacker. And so, you know, Tate has a great future ahead of him.
Ryan, how will Fresno State's passing game challenge you this?
You know, I mean, I'm pretty familiar with Tedford's offense, and you know, Washington, you know, runs a version of it as well, and you know, Kalen has his own wrinkle on it, but you know, just a ton of challenges. I mean, they don't just run what they run just for the sake of running it. I mean, it's, you know, to attack cover 4, to attack cover 3, to attack man coverage, and they really have the perfect quarterback for it. I mean, I'm really familiar with Mikey. He's a great kid. He was a great competitor in high school. I know his family, and yeah, they're going to present a lot of challenges for us.
Did they get the ball out quick? Will that be pressure for your edge rushers?
That's the key. It really is a simple passing offense, and you can see they just, you know, they really read, you know, it's either a safety read, it's a corner read, it's an outside linebacker read. They make it simple for that quarterback so that quarterback can hit his back foot and let the ball go. So, you know, we got to be sound in what we do. We got to be able to tackle, and ultimately it always comes down to fundamentals and us running the football, keeping a great cup, and tackling and forcing turnovers.
With as well as your defense, I think, has played in the first 2 games in the injuries and the offense, is there a feeling on your kids' part that maybe the team can lean on the defense to kind of get them through this run?
You know, we try not to get our guys to focus on that because we don't want them to put too much pressure on themselves. The pressure, you know, really, we're trying to tell to our guys every day, and we're trying to get these guys to understand that every single play, you win or lose the game. And yeah, that's a little extreme, but it really comes down to that because you don't know what play is going to have the biggest outcome on a game. So we got to prepare like that. We got to adhere to the process like that, and we're still learning how to do that, and we're getting better each week.
Brian, just talked to Alfonso Taylor. He had a nice play in the game against Oklahoma State. And, you know, depth at safety is a little bit of a question. What are your thoughts about him and some of the other guys that you have there?
Yeah, I mean, we've had guys step up. I mean, Alfonso's a local kid who's really paid his dues. He's kind of bounced around in his career, and he's finished up here, and he's just, he's a guy that's really played all three positions back there, the nickel, the free, and the strong. And, but having guys like that really are, they're a great teammate, and two, they really do understand the process in football and really enjoy the game. I mean, Alfonso loves football, and you can see it, because when you put him out there, he's just going to go play. He's going to go make some plays for us. So, we're going to need a lot of guys like that. Okay, it's going to be a long season. 12 weeks is a long time. Guys are going to get banged up, and that's why we get all the reps we do. So we're continuing developing the underbelly of our depth chart.
Turnovers have kind of been an issue for the guys so far. What goes into forcing more turnovers on the weekend?
I already answered that question.
Yeah, Chris Edmonds, what have you thought about his play through a couple games? You're asking him to be involved in the run a lot.
Yeah, Chris is just getting better and better. Chris is getting better and better, and he loves football. He's again, same thing, great teammate. He can do a lot of really good things. He can cover ground. He can play zones. He can go up and get the ball. He can run like the wind. So he's a guy that really is a Swiss Army knife. He can do a lot of things. We're just expecting him to have a big year.